Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is titled, What Are Your Family Secrets? I do want to give a trigger warning. There may be topics that we discuss that are uncomfortable, and if it is too much, you are welcome to click off, okay? Thank you. I have 3 paths for you to choose from. You are welcome to choose more than one, but before you make your selection, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm going to give you all a few seconds to pick, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. So pile number 1, what are your family secrets? I'm going to read the channel messages first, and then we're going to get into the cards after. So there's something about children. So someone's child isn't really their child here. Somebody could be lying about who the father or the mother is. There's also something about like a teenage pregnancy. So for example, somebody's sister may actually be their mom, or somebody's brother may actually be their father, or that applies to someone in your family. There's something like that because it's making me think about that movie. It's called Grandma's House. I think it's like, let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, so that movie could be significant for somebody. So somebody could think like their grandma is their mom, but there really is their grandma. And they could think that their sister or their cousin is just their cousin, but it's really their parent. That's not the movie I was looking for. It's this movie with Loretta Devine and like Bow Wow. And remember, Tiana Taylor kept on saying like Byron. So remember in the movie though, it was like his sister or whoever she was to him, that was really his mother. But he didn't know that. So somebody could be going through that same thing here. Someone claiming to be the parent but isn't. Like, it's giving me the vibe of like Switched at Birth, if you've seen that show. There's this energy of your family trying to appear perfect or put together. Like, they're very theatrical people. Like, they like to pretend, like they like to put on a show. Like, you could even have family members who, like, when your friends come over, they're so nice, but when they leave, they talk so bad about them. It's that kind of energy. There could have been a death that was covered up. There could have been a family member that was mentally unstable that harmed another family member, and they just kind of swept it under the rug. You could have predators in your family that are protected as well, especially if they work in the church or if they're at church. There's something about that. And there's also an accidental death or a death that was covered up, like I said, this, especially if this is a baby. If there was a baby. Then we have mental health issues unchecked. There could be incest, false prophets, obsessive tendencies. Again, that's going back to mental health. The show called You, remember the main character, Joe? You could have family members like this who are, they stalk, and it's just really weird, okay? I don't want to get too much into that. Somebody's name could have been taken out of a will or an inheritance, so there could have been something that you were supposed to get or somebody else was supposed to get passed down to them, but somebody made it to where it got passed down to somebody else instead. There could be a secret family, like somebody's mother or father has like a family on the side, or this could be somebody in your family doing this, an auntie or uncle. Take what resonates. Somebody likes to hide other people's achievements. So if you win something, you could have a family member that hides that from you. Or like they could call the phone and say, is this person here? We got this opportunity. They're like, no, they said they didn't want to. Like, they will sabotage things for you. You could have some jealous family members, especially if you're a woman. You could have women in your family that are jealous of you. Because I'm picking up a Cinderella story, and I already talked about this in my podcast, so you may have tuned into that. But if not, check it out. It's pretty good. Remember when in the Cinderella story, the one with Hilary Duff, because there's different types of Cinderella story movies, because this one with Selena Gomez, I'm referring to the one with Hilary Duff. And remember when she got that fake rejection letter? There could be something like that where your family members actually made it seem like you got rejected from something when you really got accepted. Especially if this is in terms of like education. So if you thought that you got rejected from something, you probably didn't. Or somebody in your family did not get rejected from something that they thought they did. It was a sabotage. Okay, those are the channeled messages. And I'm also picking up like some people in your family may practice the craft, or they could be practitioners here. even though they may go to church. There could be family members that's sleeping around with, like, for example, I'm picking up if it's two brothers, one of them is sleeping with, like, his brother's partner. I think it's a movie about that. Especially if somebody's grandfather is a preacher or something, they could be sleeping around with different people in the church. Okay, take what resonates. But I'm picking that up. Okay, that was a channel messages. Now let's get into these quotes, all right? The first card that we have is Scorpio. So there's a lot hidden. I also feel like there's like predators that are hidden in your family, like people who have assaulted people that were never convicted. It's just kind of like, oh, we don't talk about that. You could come from a very southern family, pal number one, where it's like, we cover up, we do this, instead of checking the predators. Also, this Scorpio, again, some type of death was covered up. Okay, that's being reiterated. Something wasn't what it was supposed to be. So they could have said, oh, this person died from natural causes, but it was something else. Okay, take what resonates. The authenticity card. So yeah, there's a lot of fakeness in your family, like people pretending to be a certain way, especially if this is like social media or at church, they want to present themselves a certain way. There could be people that are very homophobic in your family because they don't want to accept their sexuality. That's what it is. I've noticed too, a lot of people can cling to the church to try to reject their sexuality because it's so complex because of what's in the Bible. But people don't know that a lot of what's in the Bible were written by patriarchal men who were very misogynist. So a lot of it was to create division, to make people feel ashamed. I do not agree with the idea that being into the same sex is a sin. If you feel offended by that, I truly don't give a fuck, okay? I don't think that's a sin. That's weird to me. I feel like you can love whoever you want to love. I feel like hurting somebody on the other hand is a sin, or trying to go against yourself as well. But you simply loving another person that's the same gender is, I never felt like that was a sin. I feel like the people who wrote that made it that way to where they divide and conquer so people can discriminate against people like that. They even wrote racist things in the Bible before. Y'all have to do y'all's research instead of listening to what y'all been taught. You know, that's my take on it. If you feel some type of way, cool. If you get in the comments spazzing out, you're going to get blocked, okay? Because that's my opinion. But I just know how some people get so triggered when you talk about the Bible, but they haven't even really read it or did the research. They just let the preacher tell them what's there. Do your research, okay? Period. Anyways, there's people that cling to the church, and let me tell you this too. I met this preacher one time. This man, well, he was a retired preacher or a former preacher, something like that, and he told me he had a husband, and he told me that the reason why he was a preacher is because he was covering up his sexuality. Okay, so there's something like that in the family, and there's nothing to be ashamed of that. Like, I'm not outing anybody or making people feel bad about being in the LGBT community because I'm an advocate for that. I'm a part of that community, you know. But I'm saying that there are certain people that cling to religion to run from that because they think that it's wrong, or they think that they're going against God, when a lot of what's written down has been to manipulate us and to make us turn against each other. Regardless of who you love, you're still a human being, period. Okay, with Pisces here, it's like people taking advantage of other people's boundaries. So there is some type of like violations in SA. Pisces too, like it makes me think people are delusional. So there could be family members that really has something going on with them and it went unchecked. Then we have Leo. So there's something with children, relating to children. Somebody abusing their power, especially if it's a father figure. This is the energy of like a father that's predatory to their own children. Okay, somebody could have experienced this in their family, like another person, especially if it wasn't you. Okay. Then we had a Six of Wands, so that goes back to those achievements. Somebody hides other people's achievements, or they downplay your achievements. It's that kind of energy. Like they try to make it seem like you're not going to make it, or you have family members that try to sabotage other people's success or achievements, or they already have. Okay, they could have done this with spell work too, especially if you have family members that are like practitioners, because I'm seeing somebody use a piece of hair. Okay. Then we have the generosity card. So this makes me think about somebody having a secret family and providing for that family secretly. So if there's extra funds coming up missing, especially somebody's dad, okay, there's an emphasis on the father in this pile. There could be strings attached to certain gifts here. People taking advantage of other people's generosity. And we have the Four of Swords. So again, they may put on this image like, we're good, we're cool. But there is a lot of erratic behavior, especially mentally. With the Four of Swords, this is this energy of peace. Whoever these family members are, they don't have this peace. They pretend that they do. They don't have it. There could be somebody in your family that has like a personality disorder. So they're different people and they don't realize, like, or at the time, like this could even be stuff I'm channeling from years ago, honey. Okay, just take what resonates because time is not linear. Okay, but with the Four of Swords being here, it's like they pretend to have peace, or they could pretend to be very giving people, but aren't in reality. That's interesting. I'm gonna pull some more cards and see what other family secrets there are. Spirit, what are some more family secrets? There's a lot because these cards just flew out. Give me a second to pick them up. All right, I had to get them. Spirit, what's a family secret? Yeah, with Uranus being here, there could be family members because Uranus is like that energy that's unique and different. But sometimes things that could be different can be like harmful in a way. And let me explain that. So think about like, and how do I describe this? Because I don't want it to sound like I'm saying that different is bad. I'm not saying that being different is bad, but you know how things can be like unusual. Okay, Spirit is giving me a funny example. Remember when SpongeBob was like drawing on the paper and he made another SpongeBob and that SpongeBob was like very erratic? Like the way that they behaved, it was really weird and strange. You could have family members that like, especially if they're predatory, they have a weird way of looking at the world and people, because it's bringing me back to this, oh my goodness, especially if they're religious. You can have family members that are under religious psychosis and that's a secret, or that led their behavior, especially if they harm somebody else. But I'm picking up this, I don't remember the title of it, but it was this show I seen years ago, and it was about this man. He was a preacher and all of these kids was coming up missing and he was targeting them. He was killing them because he thought that he was helping them. He thought that he was sending them to heaven, and he felt like, well, if they, especially if they were like in a troubled family or they had behavior problems, it's like a weird way of looking at it. So that's what I mean when I say that sometimes things that are different can be harmful because you have a different way of looking at something that it can hurt people, but it's so unusual. It's very unusual. Okay, that's what I wanted to explain because Mercury's about to go into retrograde, y'all. So get prepared. Get prepared. Okay. Yeah, the North Node. There's something about somebody trying to stop somebody's success. You have family members that could have sabotaged somebody's success. Somebody in the family could feel like they're a failure, but they're not. It's because somebody sabotaged somebody's success because they couldn't benefit off of it. Neptune, you have family members in religious psychosis, especially if you come from a religious family. And then it talks about sacrifice on this card. I'm not even going to get deep into that, but you know, if you know, you know. Gemini. So you can have family members that have personality disorders, okay? Because Gemini is that energy that's like two-faced in a way. Not all Geminis can be like that, but I personally have met some like that, okay? Not all of them are like that, but some can be because Gemini represents the twins. So the family secret is that somebody could have like another side to them that they don't show, or back in the day, like other family members, whoever this is, they have like something mental, like a personality disorder. Like they could hurt somebody and not even remember because it's the other personality did it. There could be like abuse that's swept under the rug, because what I've noticed about people that have like personality disorders, that's formed from them being in an abusive environment and they were trying to survive. So they created all these personalities to cope with their environment. Okay, so somebody could have done that. Take what resonates. Okay. With Saturn being here, you have like older family members that could have restricted somebody from doing something that they were supposed to do. Somebody had a purpose, because the North Node is like your purpose. So I feel like with Saturn coming out, somebody tried to restrict or limit somebody. You could have been sheltered, or somebody could have been sheltered. That kind of energy is coming through. Okay. Let's see. Spirit, what else? What else? Spirit, what's another family secret? What's another family secret? What's another family secret? Magic! I told you, there's some people in your family that are practitioners. So they probably did something. Like, I can't make this up. I can't. Somebody could have been 25 when this took place. The number 7 is significant. That's a spiritual number. So there's like hidden forms of spirituality. Yeah, somebody is a practitioner, honey, in this family. And they try to hide it or lie about it or manipulate. This is the kind of family that'll try to make somebody seem crazy for telling the truth, but they're not. Okay? Harmony. So they could try to pretend. There's 2 10s here. Yeah, because we have the 4 of Swords, and then we have the 6 of Wands. 6 plus 4 is 10. That's 10. There's something that, there's a cycle that's ending. That's why a lot of this stuff is coming to the surface. A lot of stuff is going to come to the surface. Within the next few years, within the next 10 years, there's going to be a shift in your family. This could even start right now. Because the next card we have is Fighting Spirit. So the secret in your family, again, predatory kind of energy, but I also feel like people fighting to make another person fail, or trying to battle another. The way Spirit is describing it is like trying to battle like somebody's success, like being so jealous of somebody's success that you'll do anything to stop it, even competing. Okay, yeah, that was coming through. Okay, yeah, you could have family members that try to compete, and you might not even notice because you're in your own lane, or this is the dynamic of the family. You could notice like, why they always competing with each other type shit. Okay, yeah. Okay. I feel like that's it, really. I'm gonna pull one more. You can have family that's very creative. There's something about people trying to make somebody suppress their gift. The number 19 could be significant. 9s are significant. Somebody could be a redhead or a ginger here. But the family secret is that somebody was like purposely set back, okay? Especially if you're creative, or if that person was creative in your family, because this could apply to someone else. There's an energy of like somebody taking somebody's dreams and feeling like, no, I'm helping you though. I'm helping you. Like, it's really crazy and deranged. Like, you think you're helping somebody by making them suffer because it's doing something to your ego. It's weird, okay? That was what was coming through pile number 1. Yeah, just take what resonates, all right? And I'm sending you love. Mwah, peace. We're going to move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, what are your family secrets? We're first going to start with the channel messages, and then we're going to get into your cards. So you may resonate with pile number 1, pile number 2, but if not, there is a family secret around like drinking addictions. People in your family may have spiritual gifts and it's passed down, but they try to run from it. So you may have family members that like cling to religion because of it. There's something about your ethnicity. You might be like another culture and you may not know it. There could be like a hidden side to the family. Okay, some of you may come from wealth or royalty and you may not even know it. Because I remember years ago I saw this video about this lady, and I think her dad was like from Africa. She was a mixed race, and her dad was from Africa, and I think her mom was Caucasian, and she was a princess and she didn't know it. So it's something like that, like you having some type of wealth or royalty, or you may be related to like a royal family and you don't know it. I'm hearing like, especially if you live in the United Kingdom or something like that, okay? Take what resonates. Somebody could have a peanut allergy watching this, or it's something about allergies that's hidden. Like the family want to pretend like everybody's healthy because there's something about hiding a family member that has a disability or like some form of a mental impairment. Like, especially if you come from a family that used to have a lot of parties and stuff, because I'm seeing like that aristocrat energy and like that affluent lifestyle. Like there's an energy of like that neurodivergence is coming through. Like that's genetic, and a lot of people want to put a negative stigma on it instead of understanding it. So you could have family that's on the spectrum or they have some form of neurodivergence here. There could be like one of your parents having an affair, okay? Or somebody used to do that, or somebody did that in the family. Somebody's mother, auntie, grandmother, they was having an affair, they was married, or somebody has kids with somebody else. Take what resonates, because that came out in pound number 1 too. The poem by Raina Biddy called Haunting is significant. There's something about mental health, because schizophrenia came out. You could have family overseas and not know it. There was some type of hidden pregnancy that was terminated. The movie called He Got Game is significant, okay? Somebody could have been taken from their mother. There could have been like domestic violence, okay, going on. The year 2010 is very significant. There's something about prison, being behind bars, or being locked up. So again, somebody was hiding a family member or hiding them from the public. I feel like this happened way probably before you were born, okay? Take what resonates. This is probably like your great somebody, great papa or something, your great grandma. Their Eyes Were Watching God is coming through by Zora Neale Hurston. So somebody could be from Florida. And The Color Purple is coming through. So somebody like your family members, especially the women, they probably had to marry older men. That's a family secret. So it was like an arranged marriage. Okay. Take what resonates. It's like arranged marriages. Like they were in loveless marriages. So some of you could be praising like, oh, my grandma and my grandpa been together for years, but it wasn't really by choice. Okay. That's what's coming through. But that's it for the channeled messages. Let's go ahead and get into your cards. So, with the fourth house being here, there's something about the mother, something hidden about the mother. Maybe someone's mom could have some mental health issues, and that's hidden. A mother taking from their child, or vice versa. Because it's making me think about Stranger Things. And remember, Eleven's mom, she was also very gifted and psychic, but they were hurting her in some way, or they were trying to say she was crazy. So it's that kind of vibe here where somebody's spiritual gifts could have been mistaken for something else. Take what resonates, because the 12th house is here. This could have been like a family friend or something that did something to the family. Yeah, it could have been a family friend, because I remember this book that I read is coming through called The Dollhouse Murders. So there could have been like a family friend that did something, or I'm seeing like somebody here could have lost their mom young due to like, DV, and it was because of somebody not being able to control them with Pluto is coming through. There could have even been like a person that took their own life. Take what resonates, because somebody was imprisoned. And this could have even been because of heartbreak. Somebody's heart was broken. But whoever this is, they had an obsessive energy towards someone's mother. It's something about a weird man. Like it's a heterosexual relationship that I'm picking up on, where this man could have hurt this woman, and it could have been a dynamic where it was literally like your mom or dad, or something that happened before you were born. I'm picking this up. You need to watch what is that show called? It's like Greenwood or something. It's something like that. That's what I'm picking up here. Like if you've seen Greenwood, I think that's what it's called, but Lynn Whitfield is in it. And I think Keith David is in it. Well, let me look it up real quick. I'm saying Greenwood. It's Greenleaf. So I found it. That's very significant. Greenleaf, you need to watch that. It's something like that going on here. So you could have a very religious family too. That came out in pile number 1. Especially with the 12th houses. That's spirituality. Addiction is also prevalent. You can have family members that have secret addictions that you don't even know about. Like, I'm picking up like pill addictions, or somebody that say, oh, I'm taking my medicine, but it's an addiction. Because the vitality card is here. So it's something about somebody's health, their cells. So there could be hidden health problems, again, mental health, or something. Somebody could have been like diagnosed for something that they don't actually have, to be made to seem like they have something that they don't have. Okay, take what resonates. The next card we have is the Hanged Man. So there's definitely some spiritual gifts in the family. I feel like maybe for some people it got too much, or it was scary, because I feel like I'm hearing spirit say seeing full body apparitions. So there could have been a lot of paranormal activity in your family's house, or when they were younger and they learned to suppress their gifts through addiction or trying to run away or escape. Because I'm picking up the ghost whisperer. So you could have mediums in your family and it could have just been too much. Okay, especially with Pluto energy. Okay, and then we have the Two of Wands. So your family could have like immigrated somewhere. Like they could have went to another place. Like you could be from somewhere else. Like you, for example, let's say you live in New York. Your family could be from like Maine or Vermont or Texas. That's where they are. Like, and if you're wanting to look for your family, they may be still where they were. It's something about your family breaking away. Like there could have been a split in the family. There could have been like family drama, and it made people go their separate ways. So you could have family that don't talk to each other, or you just may have family that you don't even know, that you haven't even met yet. Okay, secret family that you don't even know that you have. Okay, and the last card is Ideal Partnership. So again, somebody has a hidden family, a hidden relationship. Okay, 2010 is significant. I wanted to say that again. Somebody could drink a lot of wine or eat a lot. Okay. Let's get some more cards so we can get some more context. So, Spirit, what is the family secrets? The family secrets. Spirit, what are the family secrets? What are the family secrets? Okay, Aries. So, again, yes, some type of violence. Yeah. Somebody could have been in a controlling relationship, because it's making me think about this one song. This lady, she was like, if you try my man or something, if you do, I'm gonna get violent. And if he sneezes, don't bless him. It's that kind of energy where somebody was very controlling with a woman in the family. Okay. Capricorn. There's some hidden wealth, like I said. Okay, some hidden wealth. And it may actually be with the other family. They may actually be the ones that have it. I feel like there was some type of breakdown though, because it makes me think about this book I read called Lost Lake, and one of the main characters had came from a rich family, but he gave all the money away. So it could have been something like that, where there was a split because of ideas and political beliefs. Yeah, there's something about love, because the fifth house came out, says the power of love creation. So again, children, this came out in pile number 1. Somebody could have a gambling addiction, or they take risks, or they were too risky. That's a family secret, especially if it's a father or a mother. It could be both doing this. Okay, the 10th house, whoop the father. Again, there's some type of status or wealth your family actually has that you don't even know about, because the other side of your family is somewhere else and they have the wealth. They may try to reach out or connect one day. Because remember on The Color Purple, how at the end they all met back up again? It's that kind of energy. Spirit, what's a family secret? Libra, relationships. So it's something about abusive relationships, or somebody was hurt and it was covered up. Something like that. Because that came out in pile number 1. Okay. But you could also have family members that try to like destroy beauty, like young women's beauty, or somebody is treated differently or punished because of their beauty. That's a family secret. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so remember when I said that somebody could have been misdiagnosed? It could have been that out of jealousy because somebody was beautiful, that it was literally kind of seen as a handicap in a way, because it was like people want to treat you different. They want to be rude to you, or it's that kind of energy where it felt like that. Like somebody being mistreated for their beauty. I'm picking up also like Britney Spears. And you know how her family treated her? That's how your family is, pound number 2. Or certain people in your family are like that. Try to take control of somebody's gift. Somebody here could be a poet, or somebody in your family was a poet, and somebody try to take control of their gift. I'm picking up like pizza. Somebody could be eating pizza right now watching this, or you want some pizza. I don't know where that came from. I just got some pizza like randomly came through. I guess that's to lighten the mood. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Venus. Yeah, love is very prevalent. So I think if you are in this family, part number 2, you incarnated into this family to learn the proper way to love and to heal, because you may be the kind of person that's like, I want a healthy relationship. I don't want what y'all have going on. And I believe that you're going to be able to break that cycle. But Venus is also about art and beauty. So again, it's reiterated that somebody's beauty was like triggering to the family, to where they had to make you or whoever this person was think that it was something wrong with them, so that other people could say, oh, they pretty but they're crazy. You know, that stereotype about beautiful women. But yeah, somebody's name could be Cherish. But yeah, I feel like that's the family secret, like somebody being misdiagnosed or not seeing correctly, or somebody treated a woman treated a certain way or hurt. So that's for some. But there also could be people in the family that have spiritual gifts. Again, they could teach, but don't, fully tap into it because they're afraid of it, or they might think it's demonic, but it's not. If you have spiritual gifts, you just got to learn how to work with them and protect yourself from weird energies, because just like spirits can be weird and creepy, people can be like that too. So you have to understand that spirits are honestly no different from people. They just don't have a physical body. Okay. But yeah, pile number 2. We're going to move on to pile number 3. Peace. Last but not least, pile number 3. What are your family secrets? Let's get into that. Alrighty, I'm going to read the channel messages first, and then we're going to get into the cards. So a lot of the piles have had similar themes. So your parent or somebody, they might not actually be your real parent. We talked about that in pile number 1, because Spirit said other mother, biological mother. Your family, the secrets here is like they like to gossip and tell people's business. For some of you, this may not be a secret, but for some of you, it is. So if you ever figured out, like, okay, how did you find that out? How did they know that? You might ask yourself, like, how did this person know that? Because you have family that gossip. So when you tell one person something, it's on News 9, baby. Okay. Okay, somebody could have a secret twin, or you may have a secret sibling, especially if you grew up in foster care. Okay, somebody could be adopted. Something about documents and paperwork, hidden opportunities. Came out in pile number 1. Your family could be very dysfunctional and drama filled and two-faced. Okay, there's something about facades and pretending. Okay, there could be a mother figure that has some type of addiction, or did, or like maternal figures. Your family could be related to somebody who's influential and not know it. Your family may be related to somebody that's famous, or could have been a civil rights leader, because I'm picking up the 1960s era. There's something about stolen money. So somebody in the family could have stole money from someone else, or they stole money from you. There's something about people forging somebody's signatures down. There's something about teachers in the family. I don't know why that's a secret, but that's coming through. You are breaking the curse put on the bloodline, especially on your mother's side. I think why the teachers could be hidden because you could come from a family that was like they were doing so great, and then it was something that happened to where it's reminding me of like the war on drugs. Remember when during the civil rights time they were protesting and then the war on drugs came. So there could be something like your family, there were teachers in your family, or there were like, you may come from a family that feel like, oh, we don't really have a lot of achievements, or our family is this and that, but you really have a lot. It's just hidden. It's not known because the last names may be different. There's something about that, the last names being different, so you wouldn't even know to trace it back to that person. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything else on here. Spell work from a family member. But there's something about it being weak. It's not going to work. You're protected. And I feel like this is like spiritual as well. And I don't, for some of you, I don't feel like it's actual spell work because the gossip is the spell work. Like a lot of people tend to underestimate gossip. They think that, oh, if I talk about this person, it's not going to do anything. Like words have power and what you say can return to you. Like we all have our moments where we chit chat about a person or something that they did to us or they made us feel. But when you constantly talk about somebody like every single day, like you're talking down on somebody and what they're doing. And I'm not saying you, point number three, I'm just saying people in general. Like when they do that, they don't understand that that's a form of spell work. That's a form of witchcraft. Constantly speaking on somebody because words have power. Words are spells. Spelling is a spell. A lot of things in the English language are literally like they mean something else. So when we speak things over ourselves, we have to be mindful because it is a spell, whether you believe it or not. Okay? But yeah, you're protected, okay? Pound number three, do not. God got your back. Okay? You are protected. And there's something about Archangel Michael being around you. So don't worry about whoever this is. Because I feel like I'm hearing spirit say a baby witch. So there could be like somebody in your family that's also spiritual and they try to compete with you and try to do spell work, but it don't work because they're not properly tapped in or connected. They could think they're getting messages, but it's from a lower entity. That's what spirit is saying. Okay? Let's get into your cards and see the secrets. Third house, gossip, baby, gossip with Mercury. Yep, talking about people. I don't know why I got like secret cameras. You know what this makes me think about? I remember when I was in college and I knew this girl and she was adopted by literally, man, that's how crazy things resonate. I was sad for her because she was adopted by this family and they literally had cameras. She told me like they had cameras in the house and whenever they would leave, they would watch her. And it's something like that here. And those were not her real parents. She was adopted. And that's literally, okay, so that's just confirmation. And I haven't thought about that girl in years. That was way freshman year of college. That was years ago for me. But it's like, wow. It's crazy how spirit really comes through in these readings. And I'm always so shocked. Like, girl, you do this all the time. But it's just still so shocking how information comes through. But yeah, there's something like that, like your family watching you or just being in your business, being weird. That's the family secret. Like they may not let you know. They could be secretly watching you. You could have family members that be trying to like watch your page. You may be like a recluse, pound number three, or you know how your family is. They're drama filled, so you don't mess with them like that. So when you don't talk to them, it's like I'm picking up burner accounts, fake accounts, looking at you, watching you, especially if you have a platform, watching and judging. Because I'm hearing Megan say, bitches watching and hating, putting all in their faces. Okay, so Plan B is coming up, okay? That song could be significant. Okay, so let's get into this. You know what? Okay, so it's interesting that I said something about somebody's hair on the card, and then this person has like they are doing their hair. So I also wanted to put in the channel messages. I think I forgot to write it down, but thank God I remembered it. Somebody could have ruined somebody's hair on purpose. Like they could have put a relaxer on your hair, or they could have cut your hair like to punish you and made it seem like, oh, I didn't mean to cut that much, or they did. Because have you seen those videos where mothers cut their daughter's hair out of anger? It could have been something like that. And this could have been a secret because they told the family like it was something else that happened when really they're the reason why your hair was messed up. And they did this to destroy your confidence, okay? You have jealous older women in your family. Oh my goodness. Okay, we have the devil card. So you have like obsessive energies. Like you have family members that definitely have addictions, but I feel like it's an addiction to negativity. Like they don't like positivity. This card says positive thinking. It's like they don't want to think positive. It's like they want to be in drama. And let me tell you about your family. They talk about each other, but they want to talk about somebody else. So don't ever feel bad when they're talking about you, because the people that they talk about you to, they talk about them. It's no loyalty. It's no love lost. It's nothing to worry about, okay? The color red could be significant. But I feel like you could have family members that secretly have anger issues or just things that they need to work on. I feel like you could have family members secretly obsessed with your life behind the scenes or trying to be like you or emulate you in some way. You could have family members that secretly copying off of you. That's why I was saying if you're a spiritualist, you could have a family member that's thinking that they're spiritual too. So let me tell you this, part number 3. If you're a tarot reader, you could have a family member that's trying to read tarot too, but they're nowhere near where you are, and their messages are not, they don't know how to read the cards. Okay? For others of you, like, let's say you're a hairstylist, you could have a family member that's trying to copy you and do hair too. Okay, somebody could be a hairstylist. Take what resonates. Like that's the energy that's coming through. And they're trying to take down your confidence, or whoever this was. This probably didn't happen to you, but it happened to somebody in your family. Somebody's hair. Somebody here could also be like indigenous. You could have some indigenous roots, like Choctaw, Chickasaw. That's coming through. Chickasha, is it? Choctaw, Chickasha. I'm hearing like a lot, like Lakota and stuff like that. So somebody could be indigenous and not know that you have indigenous ancestors as well. That's a secret here. The family may not know. You may not know your tribe of origin, but you are indigenous, or you may have that in your bloodline, especially if you're multicultural. We have the Jupiter, and it says positivity. Yes. So your family, they don't like positivity. It's like they try to stop people from expanding. It's the same energy with pile number 1. But yeah, I feel like your family could secretly have a legacy and not even know about it, or have family members that did things and they don't even know they're connected to them, that kind of energy. So like I said, somebody could have had a family member that was a civil rights leader, or somebody that spoke out against justice. I mean, not spoke out against justice, but spoke out against injustices and violence. Okay. So there, you may not know. Okay. Somebody could have healing abilities and not know it. You could have healing abilities, like you could heal people. So Reiki is coming through. Then we have peacefulness. It says, I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. So you could have, let me tell you this. You could have family members that literally have entities attached to them. You know who I'm thinking about? I love her so much. So her name is Neoshi. And she does like cleanses on people to help them get spirits out of their body. You could have family members that secretly or literally are possessed, honey. They're possessed. That's why they act like this. And it might be confusing, but that's what's going on, because it seems like your family don't like peace and positivity. I feel like you represent that, and it's like you're the complete opposite. Okay, because we have the moon card. I'm hearing spirit say what's done in the dark is coming to the light. There could be more family secrets exposed even after you watch this reading. Okay, but let's see, spirit, what else is going on? We already talked about somebody being adopted with the moon card. So your mom may not be your actual mom. Okay, take what resonates. Or your real mother could be hidden from you, you know? Maybe your family is like, we don't know where she is, but they do. Especially if like, because I feel like this mother figure may be looking for you and wants to reunite, but your family like, no, we don't want you around. It's making me think about this movie called Losing Isaiah, I think. And it was like, I think it was Holly Berry, and she had an addiction, and like she had lost her son. So it's something like that where somebody's biological mom could have just dealt with that kind of stuff. Addiction. We talked about that. Okay, Spirit, tap us in. What is the secrets? Give us the tea. Let's see. 2 of Cups. You know what? Didn't I say somebody was healing relationships? Your family, like, The family secrets is like they condone toxic relationships, but I don't think this is a secret for you, okay? You could have a family member that secretly like your partner or want your, if you're married, you could have family members that are secretly jealous of your marriage and your relationship. Like I'm hearing this, like they hope it fall apart, especially if you're happy with your partner and you've been with them for some years, okay? Yes, the Lovers card just came out. I feel like you have people that's jealous of your relationship, okay? Or like, you know what I'm picking up? Like a mother that's jealous of her son's wife or girlfriend. That could be the family secret. Like you could have that going on, or something like that, where it could even be the dad. The dad is jealous of the wife. Yeah. Or the dad is jealous of his daughter's husband or boyfriend, something like that. Because if you've ever seen Anna Lucasta with Eartha Kitt, okay, look up Anna Lucasta. That's an old movie. That's a very old movie. Okay. Yeah, somebody is jealous for sure. It also makes me think like family members is having affairs. So it could be somebody's cousin sleeping with somebody's husband. It's really weird here. It's like a lot of mess going on. A lot. Yes, honey. It's just a lot going on. Let's see. Queen of Wands. So if somebody is, this energy came out in pile number 2, like your family is jealous of women who are beautiful. Or it could even be like, if you're a man watching this, because I know I always channel like women's energy, but like if you're a man, it could be the same thing. You have men in your family that are jealous of you because maybe you're different from what they want you to be. You know how some people feel like, oh, you have to be this stereotype, and you're like, no, I don't want to be that. You don't have to be that. Okay, that's what's going on. Like you are yourself and you can still attract people. You can have people in your family that think, oh, to be black, I have to be like this. Or to be a woman, you need to do this. Or to be a man, you have to do this. Or to be like, it's whatever identity you have. Take what resonates regardless of your race, your gender here, or your sexual orientation. It's like you defy like the standards of what your so-and-so, like your so-called group is supposed to be performing at. Like you go beyond that. That's what I'm picking up. You could be the one in your family that's unique, okay? But there's something about somebody's attractiveness. Family members treating you different or somebody else different, regardless of your gender here, you are getting treated differently because you're attractive. It's this energy of you having what people want. You may be young too and have this figured out. You could be younger than people in your family and you're very mature. We have the Emperor. So I feel like there could be like a controlling energy, but it's even though the Emperor card came out, I feel like it's a matriarchy. You could have very masculine women in your family. Okay. And also I'm picking up like an energy of a person like getting rid of their husband or something like that. It's making me think back to, I love her, but I haven't watched her in a long time. She does like true crime and she does her makeup. And she's a Sagittarius too. And she did a story time on this lady who would make makeup and give it to women so that they could unalive their husbands. Okay, so somebody could have did something like that here back in the day. I feel like this is something that happened before you were born. High priestess. Yeah, you have people in your family that do some spell work, honey. No matter how religious they seem. Or they might not act like they're into spirituality, but behind closed doors they are. They could read cards too, and you may not even know it. They've probably been doing it for years. Yeah. Ace of Swords. This is a family that gossip and try to hide the truth. They try to hide it or lie on other people. You could have family members that lie, like, and create smear campaigns to control how people are seen. You could have a very enmeshed family. So it's like there are no rules or boundaries. Okay, Spirit, Spirit, what's the family secret? Somebody could have trapped somebody with the Eight of Swords. Like, somebody could have simply been in a marriage. Like, it could go both ways. A man trapped a woman, or a woman trapped a man here. Take what resonates, regardless of gender. There's something like somebody getting trapped or tricked into some type of connection. Take what resonates. Or somebody could have just been sheltered growing up. Like, you were made to be a secret, it seemed, you know? Okay. Spirit, what's the family secrets? You want to pull a few more? So, family secrets for pile number 3. There's something, about forging some signatures, honey, because it's something about the post office, some type of mail. So, for some of you, take what resonates. What's the family secret, Spirit? Yeah, so definitely spiritual, because it talks about somebody achieving new heights. You could have family members that are musically inclined and they don't share that. So there could be gifts. Like, all secrets don't all have to be like negative. I feel like there's a lot of talent, art, and creativity here that's suppressed. Especially people who can sing. You got a lot of singers in your family. So confidence. There's something about the mother. Because it says, in this moment, I take a step back and look at myself with the pride of a good mother. Confidence. So somebody here could get talked about because of their confidence, because you're going against the programming of the family. It seemed like your family was programmed to see themselves negatively. I feel like your family has had some spell work on them to stop them from having healthy relationships or to stop their beauty. So you are the spell breaker, the curse breaker, and they don't know how to deal with that. Okay. Spirit, any last messages? Okay. Family secrets. Somebody, like, somebody's into something spiritual and it's hidden. The number 8 could be significant. Yeah. They know more than you think. Worthiness. So I feel like you could have been programmed to think of yourself as unworthy. The secret here is that you are very worthy. You are very talented. Okay, so maybe somebody's talents here were suppressed, especially in your childhood, because the 3rd house is here. Could be some childhood trauma. Things were done to you on purpose, or adults said things to you on purpose. Okay. Yeah, it's something about music as well, and radios. Okay. What's the secret? Spirit, what's the family secret? I feel like Spirit has more to say for this pile. Okay. What's the family secret? Let's see. What's the family secret? Ending. Yeah, you're breaking the generational curses here. You're breaking them. Somebody could be 29. Somebody could be 26. Somebody could be 16. Take what resonates. Somebody could have a 3-year-old. Yeah, there's a lot in the family that's hidden. It's like they don't want people to be peaceful. It's kind of like they want it like this on purpose. It's like it could be peaceful, but they're like, nah, I'm good. That's this kind of energy. Like, it's a secret. Like, you may think that, like, it's just hard for your family to get along, but I'm gonna tell you this truth. They don't care to. They don't want to. They feel like that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to talk about people, talk about family. With the hope card being here, I feel like your family could resent you, pile number 3, because you were sent to change it. You definitely come off like a starseed, or just somebody that has a different perspective. You could be 23, or 5 is significant. That's the change. You were brought here to make this change, because it says hope. I feel like you're going to help the children, especially if you have children, but the kids that come after you. You're shifting the trajectory of your bloodline so that they can have healthier experiences and put themselves out there and align with people and experiences that are meant for them. Family secret, Spirit. Calm. Again, they don't want to be peaceful. We got a lot of things that's talking about peace, positivity, calmness. So yeah. 27 is significant. Somebody could be in their Saturn return. Okay. Divinity. So yeah, there's a connection to the Most High that's hidden. Like family members, they are hiding their gifts. I feel like they may practice and you may not know about it, okay? But like I said, that's what we channeled. I'm gonna pull like one more card and then we're gonna end it, okay? So Spirit, tap us in for the final card. What are their family secrets? What are their family secrets? Ooh. So you have gentleness. So I feel like there's like this energy of people wanting to rest or relax. They feel like it's unsafe to be gentle. You have to be harsh. You have to be hardcore or you're going to get taken advantage of. So there's a lot of pain. Like your family secrets is like a lot of people in your family have been taken advantage of, have been hurt, and they just regurgitate that and hurt each other. That's what's coming through. And I'm hearing Spirit say, forgive them for they know not what they do. Okay? So take your time with forgiveness because it definitely takes time. But I feel like for you, you just may not have understood why your family just is or why they are the way they are. But a lot of it is pain. That's why there's a lot of drama and low vibrational entities and energies because they haven't worked through that pain. So that's why I was saying like you're the positive energy that's breaking those generational curses. And I know I said I was going to pull one more, but I mean that one, I'm going to pull one more. Options. Okay. So there could be like secret health issues too. So just be mindful of that. There could be health issues that are unknown in terms of like food. Okay. That is all I'm getting. Pile number 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Mwah. Peace. Thank you.